Last session, the party was exploring the Tower of Midas and had made their way to the top floor. 5 rooms littered a long hallway. Upon exploring and searching them, they discovered many different spaces. A strange globe of what would presumably be the world of Raiden, with many of the full continents in their full glory, was shown in one of the rooms. Another one housed a massive illusion of some obsidian clad, ginormous entity who seemingly was named Garishtal. Additionally, you found a series of teleportation rooms used by the individual who once lived within this tower to traverse from here and many other locations of importance. And you also found Midas's bedroom, adorned with massive paintings depicting this great individual in all of his glory. Additionally, some strange, mere defensive creature that seemed to not attack, but just watched as you all explored the chamber. Upon you all finishing those side rooms and exploring the contents within, you went to the main chamber, and upon opening it, discovered a large room ringed with curtains, 2 fireplaces, one on each side of the room, currently doused and unlit due to the time and age that this place has been abandoned. Books scattered about the chamber as the bookshelves had crashed and destroyed themselves upon the city's collapse. But in the center of the room, a large table, 2 chests, and a series of notes and papers. One of the chests was open, and some objects were discovered within. The other chest was currently left untouched, as of this point. And as you all began entering the room, the person you have been leading throughout this structure, Olin Dunnett, walked over to the table in search of his prize from this establishment. After a series of searches, he began becoming angry and concerned, as the thing he brought all of you here to find was not here. You all pried for information, and Olin gave you some intel on what he was searching for. Supposedly, a strange device called a Book of Chaos, which you have all heard about before. He talked about the different books of chaoses and his belief as a part of his research, and people within his field of study believe that the books of chaos, specifically the 4 main ones, presumably brought down the Empire of Dawn so long ago. The city of Midas is presumably one of the sites that housed a Book of Chaos. According to Alan, the evidence that you had found throughout this dungeon, this tower, seems to point to a specific Book of Chaos, known as the Fall of Lords. You all began to yourselves piece together different bits of information. As you did this, you all began to note strange shaking and cracking of the space around you. A strange tapping sound seeming to come from beyond one of the curtains. Finally, pulling back the curtains, you discovered that many of the sections of walls within this chamber were actually indented prisons. Cells made of strange ruby-like material, a red tintish glass, almost, that seemed to house on the 4 sides strange floating fiery skulls, that silently laughed within their spaces. But to the north side, you discovered a larger section that seemed to house a human individual. Not a floating skull like the others. This one, a well adorned, familiar robe of Midas himself. His skin pulled tight against his body, his eyes blackened voids, a husk of himself, if you would call him that. Something seemingly possessing him, however, caused him to slightly use some power to continuously crack open the reddish gem. You all began to prepare to flee as Seer began casting teleportation circle. Ganesh put up a large stone wall between you and all the edges of the chamber. And as you did that, the crystals all cracked, shattering like glass in a massive explosion on all sides. The wall torn to smithereens. As the rubble and stone crack against the edges of the chamber and collapse in on themselves, only 2 sections of wall remain. You all watch as the wall itself just begins to crumble into a long line of dust around the chamber, as the crystals themselves have incredibly blown up and smashed out, sending large shards throughout the chamber. The ground of this chamber is now crunchy with every step as you are stepping on ruby-like glass. There's an immediate sound of cackling as all the 4 skulls just begin laughing maniacally. And the central figure, the black voids of Midas himself, begins to slowly step down from his pedestal, this prison that he has long been within. And this is where we pick up tonight's session. So, as this happens, I need all of you to roll initiative.
Okay. Oh, Senti. Wait, no, that's not Senti. That just looks like Senti.
Oh, which one?
Talking about the heads.
Oh, yeah. Color-wise, kind of.
Yeah.
I thought Senti just rolled a bunch of 0 initiatives, and I was like, what bad luck.
That would be horrible luck. That'd be atrocious.
It's like, whoa.
As usual, amazing initiative from me.
Hey.
Yeah, I feel you. Oh, and you rolled really bad because you have a +3.
Yeah.
I rolled exactly middle of the road because I rolled a 10.
Dang, I'm rolling like very consistently at the moment.
As long as it's low consistency, that's all that matters.
It's like middle consistency.
Oh, well,
now.
Hopefully that only lasts for initiative, and then it'll be low consistency from then on out. Yeah?
Yeah. So I think, let's see, do we got everyone? I think we're missing Senti in the initiative. My internet, okay. Finally lit, okay. I can roll for you if you so want. The black void of death is no fun.
It's definitely not.
No. Where's Senti's character? There's Senti's character sheet. I shall roll. Let's hope my consistency is consistent. That's a 19.
Nice.
Great.
Even on roll 20, it's very consistent.
Wait, is 19 consistent?
I mean, I don't know. It's not the best I could have done, but it's also not the worst.
Fair.
It's like the second best you could have rolled on a d20.
Yeah. I didn't realize Senti didn't even have... Oh, I just rolled another 19. Sweet. It is consistent.
Nice.
Only gets a 21? Goddamn.
He better make do. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, he's gonna try. Well then. Descending order. Okay, I believe that is everyone rolled. Let's get an interesting track going.
The storm probably doesn't help.
So, at the start of the initiative, you immediately see Olin, realizing as the wall collapses around all of you, looks towards Seer, who's still casting the spell. He's gonna save that. He'll say, if you can, focus him, and he points towards the husk of Midas himself. He's probably still a strong spellcaster. As he is just going to, let's see. It's not close to anyone. Yeah, he's just going to Firebolt. He is going to change the damage to probably Radiant damage. And he's going to use his Secrets of Body and Mind, and he is going to change the saving throw. Let's go Strength. So he's changing it to a Strength saving throw. Actually, no, it's an attack roll. What am I saying? Firebolt. Ooh. That might not hit. That's only an 11. Yeah, it does not hit. He sends out the firebolt and slams against the side of the wall next to the figure as this entity, you see, holds up their fingertips, and you see like sparking magic across them as this individual is very clearly still magical in some way, even though they are dead and a husk of their true self. It's the end of his go. Senti.
I think you weren't wild shaped. I don't. If you were, I don't know what form you're in.
Yeah, so I think you still have your wild shapes. I don't think you've used them recently. Because you had a rest in the shadow room, I believe. Where was the last place you took a long rest? Was that in the shadow room?
I think that was a
Was that a short rest?
I think that was a short rest.
Okay. So the last long rest you took was in...
When we first got in the tower.
Yeah, in the yeah, okay. Probably near the office then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you. I don't know if you did or not. But this was like 2 sessions ago.
think that was probably the explosion of the walls that probably did some damage to you.
No, it's back when that thing that was eating through the walls hit her with a hammer.
Oh yeah,
That's
you're
what
right.
that's why your HP so low. I remember. That's why mine's so low.
Yeah, I think you did turn into an animal then, right?
Yeah. No, she didn't. She chose not to. I don't remember, Cynthia. I'm be absolutely honest. I do not remember entirely.
We have to start rewatching our own
Yeah. Your
episodes.
VODs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least to see where your HP is supposed to be at.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you have. You know,
It's like,
the
did we
HP is
heal?
probably correct. I think you still have wild shapes though. I don't remember you using many of them in this place thus far. So, what do you want to wild shape into?
I think she wants to do her little symbiotic entity.
Okay.
With some HP, temporary hit points. That's a lot of temporary hit points though. Oh, 13. 12. That's 52.
Okay.
Yeah, 52 temporary hit points.
Yeah, you get those temporary hit points. Um, the spores on your body begin to almost expand and let out small little bits of you know spores and all this material as you gain some hit points.
Not gonna lie, I can't get an accurate read on Senti's health because the bar is like transparent over the red rug.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's here. I'll do this for a second.
Okay.
Oh wow, okay, she's back. Yeah, you need that. Okay.
Yeah.
You get almost like your temporary hit points are 2 points off from my total health right now.
Your total?
I'm at 54 hit points.
Wow.
Yeah, Senti right now is like almost 2 seers.
No, like, are you like? Is that your current hit points or
That's
your
her-
That's
total?
my current hit
Yeah.
point.
Oh,
My max hit point is 78.
I was like, your max is 54.
No. God, could you imagine?
I mean, I know wizards are bad, but they're not that bad.
Yeah, listen, guys. You may all have like twice my amount of health, but
Oh no, I don't have twice.
Belrick's close.
Okay. All right.
I mean, with a con of +0, that would be 2 above average. Well, I guess it would be exactly average with starting hit points.
Right.
I only have a +1 to my constitution. I'm not a healthy
Well,
person.
there you go.
Okay.
Average would be like 67.
So, Senti, that's your action. Do you want to use your movement or bonus action?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Here we go. Let's see what these things do.
I don't like where I'm at right now.
I don't like where all you guys are. You're clustered up.
Because everyone ran to me.
Okay. You hear a slight cackling sound as this one begins to slowly, almost hover its way out of its prisoned area. You see the glowing red eyes turn towards all of you, and you see they flash for a moment, and you see a strange fiery prism seems to just engulf a certain space. As they are going to do a flaming sphere.
Oh.
Okay, well.
Uh-oh.
Goodbye, teleportation circle.
They are... How smart is this entity? Oh yeah, they're pretty smart. Um, so right here. Oh, that's a terrible color. Let's do red.
Yeah, don't want to do too many reds right now.
Well, I mean, it's fire. Um,
Yeah,
so a
fire.
flaming sphere
Why not?
is summoned in the space.
Okay.
And then it is going to have it ram probably Belric, honestly. So, Belric, I need you to make a Dex saving throw. As the flaming sphere is almost summoned into the space, it immediately goes and rolls towards you. That is a success.
Nice. Your dex
That's pretty
rolls
good.
today are doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
So you only take half damage.
And half again because of my aura.
Yeah, so you take 5 halved to 2. So you take 2 fire damage.
Okay.
And let me... Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It just rams into you to do some specific damage to you. This one is going to go. You hear another laughing sound as this one exits out of its space. This one, you see, as it begins to slowly move forward, you see it starts to shiver and blur in space.
Actually, we can't see it. My walls, those 2 lines are the walls. They're
Oh,
still
yeah.
up.
You cannot. Actually, you would, actually, because it's going to use all of its movement to move to the ceiling.
Oh.
So I'm going to say Gamesh, it can fly. So Gamesh, you're probably the only one who can see it at the angle that you're looking at.
Okay.
But you just, you see, just over in the corner of your vision, a floating skull hovers to the ceiling and just starts vibrating. Like it's blurring itself. Belric,
Okay.
it is your turn.
Well, I think I'm going to use an action to use lay on hands on myself to heal up a bit.
Okay.
Oh man. I'm
How
so
many
mad.
points do you use?
Going to use 30.
Big boy numbers.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll just stay where I am, so that'll be it for my turn.
Okay. As a legendary action, you see as Midas steps, begins to slowly make their way down from their pedestal. You see they hold their fingers together, and a wave of negative energy just passes through the entire space within 60 feet of them. So that's it catches all of you. You immediately note that as this goes through, it doesn't immediately show any effect, but you just feel like this almost like overwhelming negative energy around all of you for the foreseeable future.
Oh no.
Probably should have used this earlier, but it happens now. That's the end of that go. Purple is going to go. Purple is going to cast a... Let's see. Let me see if it notices something. It does. It's going to use Magic Missile. at 2nd level. And it is going to be the most exposed. I'm going to roll for it. There's multiple targets it could easily get. Okay, it's going to target Senti, actually. That's so 15 points of force damage to Senti. As it
halved because I'm
halved.
nearby.
Okay. So halved to 7. 7 damage, yes. As it just targets you with a magic missile. Because it can. Midas's go. Let's see. You see Midas steps down slightly from their strange prison and holds their hands out towards all of you. As you see the entity raises their fingers, you see almost like swarms of strange insects begin to almost fly out of their fingertips and go towards the whole group of you as they unleash a virulent disease. And they're probably going to target... Who's the healthiest? Probably Faradir. As you see this swarm of disease just engulfs Faradir. Olin's going to counterspell it with his last spell slot of 3rd level. So he's going to roll to see if it works. Yeah, that's a natural 20. So as you see this harmful effect of this virulent disease heads towards Faradir, you see Olin behind Faradir snaps his fingers, and this strange snapping is almost like a glass shattering effect, and it just centers on the middle of that strange disease, and the harm is shattered and counterspelled. But that's the end of his high level abilities. And Midas looks not happy with that. As you just hear him go, as he just seems to suck in air. That's the end of his go. This one is also going to cast Flaming Sphere. This one is going to be centered here. Oh, by the way, Belric, you didn't leave your spot, did you?
Nope, I didn't leave.
Okay. Can you make a dex save? Just in hindsight. That's still success. So you're going to take 8 halved to 4, and then halved again to 2. So 2 more points of fire damage. As being just in the space of the flaming sphere and ending your turn there seems to, burn you.
Okay.
So that flaming sphere spawns there. It is going to ram Seer. Seer, can you make a dex saving throw, please?
Yes.
As you're in the middle of casting the spell, you see a ball of fire summons in front of you.
Do I get +3 from Belric's aura?
You would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
And then half damage on the damage.
Yeah, you were right next to him. That's
Well, good thing for the half.
yeah, that's a failure. You're gonna take 8 halved to 4.
Okay, is my does that get rid of my spell?
Let me.
I don't really know what would get rid of my spell. I don't know how that works. I've never
I
never
think just if you lose concentration.
Make
But
make
the
a
spell, yeah, probably need to.
yeah, make a con saving throw for me, just to
Do I-
see.
get +3 to that as well.
Yeah, all
Yep.
saving throws
Yeah.
from Barrel. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Even
you got
though
it.
as this flaming sphere, it begins to engulf you, you immediately think about, dodging out of the way, but you only move ever so slightly to stay within the range of your circle to keep the spell going. And that's a way to explain why you failed the dex save. But yeah, you keep a hold of the spell, even though the flaming sphere is still behind you. You're able to pass it off. Seer, it is your turn now.
I would like to cast my teleportation circle, please.
Okay, you spend another round casting.
I do.
Do you move at all?
Can I?
Yes.
I don't think you'd be able to move far because
Yeah, you would have to stay within 5 feet of the space you're currently in.
I want to move here.
That works. Okay. You still need to make at the end of your turn. You still need to make a dex save because you're within range of one of the flaming spheres. Not both of them, luckily. It's a fail. Still gonna take half. You're gonna take 4 points of damage. It was 8 half to 4, and you still are able to hold on to the spell with that.
I'm at 46 hit points.
Mebehi is there's not many places to hide. He's gonna try to hide near the table, kind of duck underneath. I rolled it physically, but I can always, just trust that the plus 15 would make that a 31, even without advantage. So, yeah. Mebehi just slides underneath the table, and as she does so, is just going to immediately fire the short bow with a quick succession towards probably this one closest. Okay. Orange takes the damage. Gamesh.
All right. I really hope this works. I'm going to cast Banishment
Okay.
at 7th level, which allows me to target 4 different creatures.
Okay.
And I'm going to target each of the skeletal heads, but I'm going to use Distance Spell because it has a max of 60 feet. The one in the corner is 65, so I'm gonna use Distance Spell to double that to 120 feet.
Okay.
That's 1 sorcerer point.
Okay, they have advantage to to this.
Oh, of course they do. Of course they do.
They're resistant to magic. But I'm going to start off with blue and kind of work counterclockwise. So,
Okay. Charisma saving throws.
charisma saving throws.
Yeah.
Okay, with advantage, it's a 19 for blue.
Okay.
For green, that's outside of the thing. No, that's another 19. That was a 14 and a 19. So blue and green, then purple. I rolled a 19 and another 14, so purple stays. That's an 8 and a 14.
Well, if the 14 doesn't have any modifier, then
No
orange.
modifiers.
Then orange goes,
Okay, orange disappears, and so does their flaming sphere.
and so
As
does
they just-
my wall.
Okay. The wall pops out of existence as well.
Oh, that was a waste of a 7th level spell.
I'm sorry. they just rolled really well.
It's my luck. I know, it's my luck.
You got
Alright.
the one out.
I got one. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. Well, I'm out of all my high level spell slots for now. I'm going to use bonus action. Do I really want to? Damn, dog. I don't know what to do now. That really messed me up. All right. I'll just have to go balls to the wall. I'm charging in at Midas.
Oh shit.
And quicken spell, Terran Fist.
Oh shit. Okay.
Make sure I'm 2 source points. I always forget how many source points it is.
Whew, that hits.
All right, for 19 bludgeoning.
And it's a magical attack. Yeah.
Yeah, and I draw Lumber Doom. And I'm just ready to go. That's all I got.
Okay. At the end of your go, Midas is going to. You see the gaping maw and the empty void eyes just look towards you as you like go and strike it with your Terran fist. As the rocks explode across the body, you see the mouth opens and you hear this whispered word. I need you to make a con saving throw, please. As it uses a legendary action. 28. You feel as this word hits your body, you immediately just feel this like almost your body begins to seize up, but your pure constitution just rejects that, and you are not stunned.
Okay, cool.
Faradir.
Okie dokie. This is a ball of fire, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I am going to... I don't want to leave Seer. Oh well. Wait, where did the... What the... Oh, they changed the ruler thing. That was confusing.
Yeah, messing with me too. That one's in the air.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What about... Are they all flying? Can I reach that one?
I think
This
green.
one-
The green is the only one up, though.
Yeah, the green is the only one that's like hovering up. The other two are
How-
hovering like
how
about 5 feet
high
off
is
the
the
ground.
ceiling?
About 30, 40 feet.
Ah, frick.
Yeah, it's honestly sort of moved 10, and then yeah, it's probably 30 feet up in the air. this point.
Damn it. I can't reach that one. This room sucks. I don't like it.
Sorry.
Nothing is where I want it to be.
They didn't move close enough.
Alright, well, I'm assuming this is a lich or something, I don't know. I'm just the only person I can reach.
Okay.
I'm assuming this is like a wall or something, like...
No, he stepped down from there actually.
Yeah, it's like basically an elevated, almost like strange obsidian platform.
Okay. Alright, I will use my bonus action for Giant Might. And then I will start attacking.
Okay.
Good roll, good roll.
Misses. Hits. Hits.
You know, damage is kind of not on my side, but it's okay. It's only the first round. Next round, all in one turn. I'll get rid of it.
Oh, why are you
Definitely.
echoey?
What?
Was that a voice filter?
No.
It's well, stop now. Oh.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
It was just
This
like
is
for a
really
split
dramatic.
second. Yeah, right. It's like you got lost in the void. I was like,
Yeah, your
Bye.
voice got super echoey, but it was like just you.
Getting banished to the Shadow Realm.
Black
Yeah,
Screen
that's
of
my
Death,
turn.
Discord edition.
That's all I can do.
Okay. You swing heavily towards the entity, putting in some hefty strikes. Yeah. As you do so, you strike, and you see with every wound, where you would expect like a normal creature to bleed out of the wound, you see dust just begins to flow outward from their body. As it does so, they're going to use a legendary action. You see the dust begins to hit the floor and begins to slightly swirl around their form, until suddenly their entire space within them, it becomes a swirling, blinding dust. I need both of you, Gamesh and Faradir, to make con saving throws.
Okay, I'm okay at those.
oh no.
Never mind. I'm gonna use Indomitable to re-roll that.
Uh-oh.
17
It's better.
passes. You are not
Okay.
blinded. Gamesh, you are blinded.
Okay.
It's okay,
Until
so
the
it's not
end
like
of their
the
next
worst
go.
possible thing.
Yeah, the dust
Yeah.
just fills the space and is enough to get in Gamesh's eyes and blind him
Until the end of their turn.
until the end of their turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Olin's turn. He'll step away from the flaming orb. It's not fun.
Rarely is.
Yeah. Let's see. Doesn't have much going for him. He's gonna send a firebolt towards Green, who's up in the air. Actually, he's gonna send it towards Blue. He doesn't like that orb. He's going to shift the damage type as well to Radiant, if he hits, which he hits. As that is a 25 to hit, which definitely hits. Doesn't seem to do any special damage to the entity, but it is hurt him. What's the damage for Firebolt again?
D10s.
D10? Okay, I was pretty sure. I tried searching it up, but it didn't want to search. So it's 10 points of radiant damage to blue. End of his go. Forgot it in the first round, but on initiative count 20, something happens. So, on the initiative count 20, you see the layer of this space begins to assist Midas in his endeavors. You see another strange wave of negative energy seems to just emanate out of Midas across the room, bouncing off of all the walls, and almost bathing this room in a slight grayish light. Yeah. It's the end of the lair action. Senti. What level do you cast that at? Um, third level. As you begin to cast the spell, you begin to feel the negative energy that is cover this space with like a grayish light begins to almost attach itself to you as you begin casting the spell. You begin to feel pain beginning to rack your body. Do you continue to cast the spell? Without magic.
Is it magic or healing?
It
I think
seems
it's
as they
magic.
cast the spell, it's you watch as like Senti begins the spell and then stops as you like see clear evidence of pain across their warforged form.
Okay.
Alrighty. No, I think you still have your action.
Yeah, you still have your action. Specifically, when you try to cast the spell, you can make another action. But it's if you continue to cast your spell, then an issue happens.
Uh,
Probably me.
yeah, it's between you and Seer.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. What do you give me?
D6 plus 4.
Plus 13.
Yeah. So D6 plus 17.
That's not bad.
Oh no, not at all.
No.
I forget how well this scales.
Honestly.
Wait, why awe? What's... Oh, okay. I was worried you realized you didn't have any, like, healer's kit.
No.
You just roll a d6 plus 18. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Did what change?
There you go.
Nice. That's nice. I'm at more health than when we started this battle, guys.
Oh, we can only go up from here, guys. Only up.
Okay. That's all without magic. Okay. Belric. You did not use your slot, no.
You know what? I also wanted to attempt to cast a spell too, see if it affects me too.
Yeah, you go to cast a spell. What spell do you cast?
I was going to cast Death Ward,
Okay, what level?
4th.
Fourth? Um, as you begin casting the spell, the negative energy latches onto you and you feel the same pain. It hurts. Do you continue to cast the spell?
Yeah, I'm going to push through it.
Okay, make a con saving throw. Okay, you resist the pain and are able to fight through it. You can cast the spell successfully.
Yep, and I cast it on Seer.
Okay, Seer is now death warded.
Nice.
And I'm going to move 5 feet back, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Easy enough. I believe blue was first, always. So at the start of this, blue is going to move there. Bonus action, command the sphere, and it's just going to move there and attack Seer. So Seer, make a dex save.
Okay. Still near me.
Failure. Still take half. So you're going to take 4 halved to 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then you see it's going to fire 2 fire rays, one towards Alin and one towards Belric. From that skull.
Oh,
Yes.
and I don't. Do I have to make a con save because I have this
Is
and teleportation circles conjuration.
I don't think you do. I don't think there's any way that
Nice.
they can break it.
Sweet. Now I just don't have to. Now I have to not
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, just don't die and you're great.
So against Alin, that is going to be an 18 to hit. That hits, and then against Belric, don't think that hits. That's only a 10 to hit.
Yep. Nope.
So
And
Alin,
also, Alin also takes half damage because he's still within 10 feet of me.
that is very useful. Very, very useful. He takes 8. Yeah, so he's going to take 8, half to 4. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's at 51. Green is going to go. Green is just going to use a full action to send out 2 fiery rays. Probably one against Belric and one against Olin, the 2 closest to them right now. So we'll do Olin first again. 21 to hit, and then Belric, that is only a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah, so Olin is just gonna take a beating. That's 15 halved to 7. So he's at 44 now.
Okay.
Purple is going to use an action and is going to do a very fun thing and summon a flaming sphere. As it seems like a very fun thing for them to do is summon these flaming spheres. So it summons, stays there. And then it is going to move against Senti. So Senti, make a dex saving throw, please. That's actually really good. $21. Okay, you're going to take half damage and half damage again. So you're going to take a very nice... What is this? 11, so halved to 5 and halved to 2. Points of fire damage as it just hits you. That one is currently not on this plane. Midas gets to go. They regain all of their legendary actions. What are they going to do? Ooh. They are going, you see this individual sucks in air, looks towards Faradir, and looks towards Belric. I mean, not Belric, Gamash. I keep doing that for some reason today. And is going to attempt to touch Gamesh. So he is blinded, so this is at advantage. That's a 19 already, and a 5. So with advantage, that is 100% going to hit. That's a 28 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah. That would hit.
Um, and it is going to inflict slimy doom upon Gamesh. Gamesh, you begin to not being able to see what is happening. You just feel like wet all over. Fair to you look as the touch reaches onto Gamesh's like arm and just scrapes along it just like for a few moments. You immediately just see blood begins to ooze and bleed uncontrollably out of Gamesh's body. You have disadvantage on Constitution checks and Constitution saving throws, and in addition, whenever you take damage, you are stunned until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
That's not ideal.
Yeah, Slimy Doom is upon you. That is technically the end of its go, and it does not move. I don't believe.
And I'm no longer blinded, right?
At this point, end of its next turn. So yeah, you are no longer blinded. As this, turn ends and you begin to feel this wetness, you are able to get the stuff out of your eyes, and you wipe again, and you notice that you're bleeding all across your body. Strange oozing blood just seems to come off of your entire skin. It is not fun. Seer,
Okay.
Yes.
what are you doing?
I'm a castin'.
You still cast?
Yeah.
Okay. The end of your go, the sand that has been coming out of Midas's form turns into a whirlwind of sand.
So this is my second round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Four more to go.
4 more to go. Yep.
I'm sorry, guys.
You're not no need to apologize. This is a dangerous situation.
I wanted out. That's all. What happens
You
to
see
me?
the whirlwind of sand just blows through Gamesh and Faradir, and eventually you see it settles on the far end of the chamber, right over here, as the individual seems to have moved drastically across the room.
Ah.
That's the end of its legendary action. Mabeki is going to go. No one's next to any of the bads at all. Mabeki climbs underneath the table, hides. I'll roll her actual character sheet. 25, easy. And then is just going to shoot at blue, because why not? Okay, 28 damage to blue. Oh, before that, before I roll, Seer, I need you to make 2 deck saves.
Yeah. Fair.
Passes. Fails. So the first one, you're going to take 10 halved to 5, halved again to 2. And the second one, you're going to take 9 halved to 4 fire damage. As just being next to the flaming spheres hurts. It's not a fun experience. And then I'm going to have to roll...
Thank God for this feature.
Con save for Mebehi. Attack. I believe that's a pass. Yeah, that's a definite pass. It's a 19 plus 2. That's the end of Mebehi's go. Blue is looking rough. Their form is, the skull is cracking in all these places. And even the entity, Midas has taken some damage. But Gamesh, it is your turn.
Okay. All right. Let me do so there. Where'd it go? Wait. Couldn't even make it there. Okay. I will. Go there in case I do that. Alright. I will move here. I'm going to use Terran Fists from a distance at blue.
Okay. That hits.
For 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, as you send the Terran fist, this rocky fist hits into the skull, and you watch it explode into bits of fire and bone. As Blue is killed.
Alright, I move 10 feet. If I just hop over the table, would I use extra movement?
Nah. I'm not
Okay,
gonna
cool.
be that mean to you. My baby's under the table, so I mean,
Okay, I was making sure. 5, 10. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'm going to quicken spell. Erupting Earth.
Okay.
And that's going to be right there. Oh, that was some good damage too.
Yeah. So dex save. I'm gonna start with purple. 19 and a 19. God damn. And then Midas, a 4, a 5. So Midas fails.
Alright.
No matter what they do. But the Flame Skull survives. The attack.
I'm sure. Put 25 points of bludgeoning to Midas and what?
12.
12 to purple.
Don't you know? Flame skulls are stronger than Midas.
Was
Not entirely.
No, I
was
I know.
which
That does
which one summoned that flaming sphere?
Purple, and I believe that ends because they just rolled a 7, so it was only a 9. I believe they took more damage.
Okay, cool. All right. And
I think the
that's it.
they needed a 12 to pass. So yeah, the Flame Skull, currently seems to be doing better.
Now, actually, is that effect of the room still active?
Yes. Yes, it is. Wait, let me double check. I believe so. Yeah.
I mean, because it hasn't been a full round, so that's why I figured.
Yeah, it actually is still activated. So what level did you cast the spell at?
Terran Fist is a cantrip, and Erupting Earth is 3rd.
Okay. Make a con saving throw for both the Terran Fist and the You said you cast it at 3rd level?
Yeah.
Make a con saving throw for both of them.
I have disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Um, that actually changes a lot. Um, um, damn. I wish I would have remembered when you first cast Terran Fist. I wasn't.
I mean, I've everything that's been done is still on the screen, so it's easy to run back.
Yeah. So, in all honesty, Blue is not killed. As the Terran Fist, you are racked with pain as you cast it. That you're going to take 6 points of necrotic damage, and nothing happens. The effect doesn't even go off.
Okay. Then I will use the new Constitution for my concentration. Okay, that still maintains. And then I delete that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So, would you still gone and tried to do the erupting earth?
Oh, could I have?
It's it only wastes like the spell. Like you still get your like action.
Wait,
Um,
I thought if I took damage, I was stunned from the effect
you
of the.
from the other effect you are stunned actually. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You are
Yeah.
as you reach out this just cantrip itself, you feel that well of pain and you are racked with it. And suddenly the blue like the bleeding of yourself, you just become stunned. As the yeah, the contagion works its magic. For
This
your
is a
dude.
very bad room for me.
Yeah. Damn.
It's okay. Keep it. Hey, all right,
Yeah,
that's all I got. Then.
yeah, that would have been so good.
Yes, that happens. Well, that means that both of the flaming spheres are still here.
Yep.
I tried, guys. I apologize.
Nah, you did you did great. Thank you for reminding me. I am yeah. Damn.
It happens.
It
It
does.
happens.
Fair dear.
Okay. Is Blue on the ground?
Blue is.
Okay. Yep, that's all I can reach. So I'll go there and start hitting that.
29 hits.
And
Jesus.
I think it's gone already.
Hits.
Is it still up after that
Oh,
first
I
one?
thought it was.
Oh no, actually, yeah, it is gone.
Okay, cool.
It confuses me because I already scribbled it out, but then I'm like, okay, it's not scribbled out, but then yeah. Yeah, so Blue is
Wow.
killed in a similar fashion to how the Terran Fist would have looked in an alternate reality.
I guess I'll take my 2 hand axes out and just yeet those at green.
Okay. I think distance-wise, you have disadvantage, but you already have disadvantage. So
Yeah, like it's I couldn't hit anyone without
um,
disadvantage unless I use my stupid longbow, which might
well,
be
the
better.
thing is that one is also blurred at the moment, so it's disadvantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it did. It cast blur.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is 100% just hard to hit, and it's flying.
I feel like this guy is probably just immune to non-magical attacks. Would make
At
sense
least
to me at
resistant.
least.
At least resistant. One or the other.
Yeah, so
Get
you
the chuck.
know, has green been hit at all?
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
Has purple been hit?
Purple has been not hit.
Okay. I think blur is concentration, so I'm gonna try and hit green with my longbow, because that does a little bit more damage than the hand axe.
Okay. It is still disadvantage.
Yeah.
But Faradir for the hits. Faradir
Hey,
pulls
there
out
we go.
a longbow that has not seen use
From
in
out of it
many
is
a month.
covered in fucking dust.
as the arrow flies off the string, it's like what was it? It's like that animated like style where like something goes and it's still there. So like as the string goes, there's just a line of dust in the
Yeah.
shape of where the arrow was pulled back from.
Pretty much. I am not built for ranged anything.
I mean, it hits.
I mean, you have a +8. That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think giant might still applies to it.
I think so.
So
So that's the first damage Green has seen thus far, as they take a good 13.
and I get a third attack.
16 hits.
What? Oh, I wait.
Jesus.
No, I rolled the wrong weapon. That doesn't hit.
Yeah,
I rolled a
it's
long sword,
slashing
not
damage.
a longbow.
So I've been
Yeah,
at
so
12 to...
I rolled a 4 plus 8. It wouldn't have hit. I don't think.
That's 12
Wait,
in total.
no.
A 12 in
Yeah, it
total?
would have been a 12 to hit.
That would miss.
Yeah, so never mind on that. As a bonus action, I can't attack it because that's only 2 weapons. But I
Yep.
can use a rune that I never use because I never have
Bonus actions.
a good reason to use my bonus action on it and not an attack. So, for once, I'm gonna use my Ubar rune. You guys want to see the absolute best rune that is, it's just so great. Never fucking used it, not even once.
Charmed.
I only took it because of the first paragraph. It gave me dark vision, and that's it. It was better
Nice.
than the other, and not actually better than the other runes, so I just wanted dark vision. But yeah, I'll invoke my Uvar rune,
Badass.
and that's what I
Enter
got.
your prophetic state as you do strike a decent blow. It does save, so it still has blur on it. As I rolled
Cool.
another 19. I
Just as a
consistent.
visual description.
When I said I was consistent earlier today with 19s, I guess I meant it. I guess I
Yeah.
just put that into the world.
I'm going to take
You
your dice
manifested
and
it.
throw them away.
I have good dice.
I'm gonna melt them.
These dice. What's
They're-
the opposite of dice prison?
Dice heaven.
Free range?
Free
Yeah,
range
free
Free range
dice.
dice. I love that.
Free range dice.
There's so many acres of land.
For all, you don't need that many acres for land. There's more
Just
dice in
as,
prison than there is in the free range pins.
That's true. As a description, the Ubar rune, it's like little like clouds cover the pupils and irises in Faradir's eyes. Like little thunder lightning clouds.
Nice.
Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot.
And that's what I got.
Okay, that's the end of your go. Then it is Allin's turn. The lair action is very irritating to him, as there's not much he can do in regards to not using spells, so he just has to use one.
Oh, same.
He does have a second level spell slot. And he can do that from a 60-foot distance. Yeah, he's going to attempt to cast Shatter on Midas and the Flame Skull. He has to roll his lovely saving throw to make sure he can do this. Natural 20. So he shatters, and shatter is what distance again? It's a 10-foot radius sphere. So 10-foot radius would mean, something like this. So he casts it there. He is able to overcome the pain, and he shatters them. He is going to change it from con to strength, and he is then also going to shift the damage type again to radiant, just because, undead. This is literally, he's just like hoping that they're undead. That doesn't actually do anything, but it's something.
He's trying.
7 and 6 and 6. So that is a good 19 damage.
Ooh.
So 19 radiant if they do not pass a strength check. So Flame Skull first. That is a 4. So that is a -1. So Flame Skull fails, and then Midas is going to... he only gets an 8, so that's a fail as well. So they both take 19 points.
Nice.
The visage of Midas, as the shatter effect spawns into place, you immediately hear this loud, almost booming, like glass shattering sound, and then it shifts and almost becomes like angelic, like harp noises as it like spreads outward, and you see it turns from this like immediate like thunderous, damage to just this radiant blue light that just expands from the space as Olin just shifts the spell to his liking, as it racks both of them. Midas at this point is bloodied. You can see the husky form of Midas is, cracked in places as more and more dust seems to spill out of this hollowed form. It's the end of Alan's go. Very good go. On the layer action, you see the necrotic energy, the negative energy shifts and changes and pulls back. The color seems to fill the space once more as the gray light seems to fade. And as this happens, you immediately note the eyes of each of these remaining individuals, both of the Flame Skulls and Midas, seem to almost grow, and you see almost like the reddish little beams seem to begin to affect them. They seem enhanced in some way.
They stole my magic.
That's the lair. It is Senti. You can. Yeah, you use your Star Cloak to cast Magic Missile. The negative energy has faded, so no longer do you have to worry about casting spells at this point. That legendary effect has faded. You cast it at red, all of them. Yeah. Badass. Yeah, they just hit. Red can't do anything about that. So, what level do you cast it at? 74? Fifth? Yeah, 74, I believe.
I thought you said 74th level, and I was like, I don't think that's a
Level.
spell level.
I
I
cast.
could be wrong, but
I cast Fireball at 100th level.
What do you know
maybe
about
in
druid spell
maybe in
levels?
this new 5.5 edition of D&D, it'll be a spell level, but we're not quite there.
+7. Magic missile always has the same amount of like
Yeah,
plus that you get to
for
the
every
D4.
yeah for every whatever D4 it's always a plus. So yeah,
It's a nice little spell. It's a
74.
neat spell. Oh,
7, 18. That's a lot of ones, but it is good damage.
Unfortunate.
No, 18 is not bad.
No, 18 is not bad, but that is a lot of ones.
That is that's
That's a majority ones.
you've taken the other side of my luck, so I'm rolling the 19s, you're rolling the ones on your D4s. I've stolen the luck.
I'm still the magic missile expert here.
Yeah. Okay. As the cloak has the stars pulled from it, they launch towards Midas himself and slam into the husky, sand-filled form of Midas. It's the end of your go. Do you move at all? Ooh, I have to roll for concentration. That's another 19. How do I roll 19 so often tonight? That's ridiculous. Nope. Okay, make a dex saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay, I'm back. Did I die?
No, not yet.
Okay. not, not yet.
3. You're gonna take half of 3. So you're gonna take 1 point of fire damage from the ball of flames, as it is still there. Yep, you take 1 point of fire damage.
Belric, you are a freaking lifesaver.
Yeah, Oath of the Ancients is crazy.
It's real strong. It's nice. Speaking of Belric, it is your turn.
Yep, then first I'll move. And then I'll throw my javelin twice at purple.
At purple, okay. Hits.
Mhm.
Oh, the crit. Unfortunately, I can't use Divine Smite.
Rip. Damn. Is that a mundane weapon?
This is the one that's enchanted, so it comes back to me. So I guess it's technically magical.
Okay, good to know. Because, technically... Actually... Yeah, as you chuck the javelin and it hits into the skull, it doesn't seem to do as much as you would still expect. Even though it is magical, it seems that these are probably resistant to piercing damage in some way. But it still takes damage. It's not bad.
Okay, then I'll throw it again.
14. It's going to use its reaction to cast Shield. So that misses. You see a spectral arcane shield pops up around the skull, and that javelin hit just misses.
And that'll be it for my turn.
Okay. Longbow. I have to redo Green's health because I just realized that they're resistant to piercing.
That's good. Great. I love
Sorry.
it.
It's not by much. It still did.
How does it do against yeeting damage?
Depends on what the yeet is.
Unfortunate.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Green still blurred. Wants to continue its blur effect. And is thus just going to fire rays out. It's going to fire a ray toward Ferder and Alan. Try Ferder first. That is a 3. And then Olin, that is an 11. And also, it wasn't a 3, it was an 8. And an 11, which would not hit Olin, no matter what. That's the end of that go. Purple. Bonus action is going to send the flaming sphere. Going to move it to there. And then it's going to roll into Senti. Senti, make a dex saving throw, please. Four. You're going to take a total of 8 halved to 4 fire damage, as you're still close within Bellocs range. And then 4 fire damage, yep. And then Purple is going to fire a blast towards Belric, and a blast towards Gamesh, actually. Gamesh, he can see, is stunned. So Belric, it's going to be, that's a nat 1. And then against Gamesh, Vantage, that is a 16 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. Even though you are stunned, the blast, even though you're stunned, you still see the blast arc off your shoulder, just narrowly missing you as that blast goes wide. And then back to Midas. What are you going to do, my guy? Seer. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Are you back?
Seer? Oh, there might be a
You're
way.
muted, just in case you don't know.
Okay, I think
Yes,
there's,
you might be away.
yeah, there's still a way. So actually, I'll change it up. Let's see. gonna
Oh,
cast.
she's back.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Make
just
a
in time.
make a wisdom saving throw, Seer.
Okay.
Yeah, not for anything good.
18.
18.
Oh, I don't get the 3. 15.
Yes, you do.
Oh, you do.
Oh. Yeah, 18.
The DC was 17, so you pass.
Ooh.
You feel an
Oh my
effect.
god.
You feel like you were about to be paralyzed as you feel a familiar hold person effect starts to take place, but you resist it. As
No.
Midas is going to try and hold you there.
No.
Yeah, that's Midas's action. Yeah, Midas is just gonna probably take a step maybe here. And then that's the end of their go. Seer.
I'm gonna keep casting.
Okay. You
I only have-
continue to cast.
3 more rounds to go.
Only 3 more.
Not going to use this legendary action, I don't think.
I do need to make a dex saving throw, though.
Yeah, you do.
So 13.
Just passes. So you're going to take 7
Nice.
halved to 3 halved to 1. So
Okay.
1 point of fire damage.
I'm so glad I can't lose concentration on this spell. Could you imagine?
That'd be rough.
Right. You'd have been fighting a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love conjuration. Mebehi is going to, still hiding under the table, is going to attempt to hide. And then is going to shoot at purple. However, does not get sneak attack due to the fact that all of these undead know exactly where each of you are. So she's technically not hidden due to the effect of the layer action.
Oh,
Mm.
a rogue's worst nightmare.
Yeah. Each undead in the layer has each undead in the layer can pinpoint the location of each living creature within 120 feet of it. So they know exactly where each of you are at this point. So no hiding from Mebehi. So that's half damage, so 4 to purple.
We need to get Mabehi a magic bow.
I think she's wanted one. I think she has a magic rapier now.
Mabehi has $1 billion.
Yeah,
She
Mebehi
can
has.
get
I will say,
a
Mebehi has
bow.
like 600 platinum on her right now.
Yeah,
He's
somehow.
so rich, and she never buys anything.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time she has purchased a
She-
single thing.
She's a little tiny goblin.
She's a kobold.
Yeah.
They hoard. They're dragons. Dragonborn could never.
Hoard what money buys. That's a joke. I wouldn't change Mebehi for the world.
I wouldn't either.
She's a thief, but she's our little
If
thief.
only she were here.
If only.
Some nights when it's quiet, you can hear her voice on the wind.
Yeah.
All the way down in Florida. You gotta listen real close.
She's missing all this praise.
And that's probably a good thing. It would go to her straight to her ego.
Oh no. He said go straight to the ego.
Okay. With that, Gamesh, you are currently stunned
Wow.
until the end of your next go. So at the end of your turn, you become unstunned as the slimy doom that has covered your form just overtakes you from the pain of being attacked at all, or taking damage at all. So that's the end of your go. Faradir.
Okay. I hate that this thing is flying. It really sucks.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like I can reach it anyway. I'm just gonna start
If you want to do
moving
like a,
at least.
no, yeah, you couldn't do it right now. Yeah.
I'll just move there, just so I'm starting to get where I need to be. And I'll do one shot. No. I'm still gonna go for green
Okay.
with a longbow.
Longbow it up. Disadvantage. 16. Technically hits. They're going to use a reaction to cast shield.
Gross.
I'm sorry. And that misses. That hits.
It does?
Yeah, their AC is 13. So
Oh,
even
okay.
even plus 5, it's only an 18 to hit. It's okay.
Solid.
So piercing
16.
is halved.
Let me just
So it's
read what this charm thing means.
12.
So if it takes
and
any damage, can I charm this thing after I hit it?
can you post that rune in chat again? I believe it's the
I don't
Stein
see
rune?
why I couldn't.
When
Or no,
a
it has
creature you
to
can
end
see
its
ends its
turn.
turn within 30
Okay.
feet of you. You can use your
I
reaction.
forgot it has to end its turn. Okay,
Yeah, it hasn't
never
ended its
mind.
turn yet.
That's
You're good.
I won't. I
You
have
don't use
better
that
uses
ability too
for
often, so-
reactions. Ever.
Yeah.
Because my sky rune is much more important to save
Yes.
for a reaction.
Why charm enemies when you can kill them?
Yeah,
Exactly.
100%. Who knows?
Yeah,
Something
that's what
might
I
be
can
immune
do.
to charm.
I don't have any other bonus actions.
Okay. With that, Olin gets to go again. Well, he used his, big boy attack. He's gonna try and, follow in Faradir's footsteps, and he's just going to cast Firebolt at disadvantage. And he's gonna change it to radiant damage. So it's a 19 and an 8. Yeah, that does not hit. Because it still has its shield up. Yeah, 15 to hit does not hit. So that's what he does. The layer action. On the layer action, you all once again see the negative energy radiates out from Midas himself, coating the entire space around all of you in this, negative space. You immediately know the effects, so magic spells are not going to be fun within the chamber. That's the layer. Then it's Senti. So this is one where it's a kind of interesting ruling.
Because the magic stems from the cape.
Yeah, but it is still casting a spell.
Yeah. Yeah.
What level are you doing this at? Stuck at 5th level? You're fine. As you pull that much magic from the cape, it seems anything probably lower than 5th level is not a good idea at this point. Yeah, 5th level is totally fine. You can easily do it. Cape it is. So we're 4 in as well. 27. Yeah, Red. He takes the 27. Midas does not look very good. I shall say that. Dex save. Yeah, you would need to do a dex save.
How hurt is Seal, by the way?
I'm at 56 hit points. I'm doing fine.
Okay. Okay.
So dex save from Senti. 20. Okay, so you're going to take half of 6, so 3, and then half of that to 1. You take 1 point of fire damage. Not a lot of damage, but you know, every little bit counts, I guess. It does add up. Let's see. How close is everyone? He's fearful. Gonna use a legendary action. Belric, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Okay, you see the empty void eyes just almost like begin to stare into your soul, and you resist the effect. Just a little legendary action bit. Belric, it is your turn.
Okay, I'll move up like 2 squares and throw 2 javelins at purple.
At purple, okay. Hits. Okay. So that misses. Just a roll. That is just enough. They make it a 10. Just barely keeping a hold of that flaming sphere.
You really like that thing.
It's a little bit of damage every round. It's just a bonus action.
Holding on by
Yeah.
this.
Do I have to make a dex save?
Yes, you do, Belric. I was just about to say it. 13 just passes, so you're going to take 9, halved to 4, then halved again to 2. So 2 points of fire. And then green. Gonna move there. It's gonna fire once at Olin and once at Ganesh. So Olin, that is not gonna hit him. Alright, that is only a 10 to hit. And then Ganesh, that is a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
So that is going to be 11 points of fire damage. and you're stunned.
Yeah.
At
Oh,
the end of
oh,
Green's
I
go,
messed up.
would Faradir be able to charm him because he's within 30 feet?
Technically, he does end his turn.
Oh,
I could, but I would rather save my reaction in case I
Yeah,
have
that's
to
fair.
use
I
my
just
other
didn't.
rune.
I just didn't know if
Okay.
okay, Graham. I messed up earlier.
I
Yeah.
was just curious.
When I got stunned the first time from casting the spell, my stone's durability should have dropped. So that first attack, that first ray should have hit me a while ago. I know that was a while ago. I just thought about it. I never get incapacitated.
Okay.
But as of now, my stone's durability is dropped.
Sounds good. Good to know. It's not too much damage. It's just,
Yeah.
It's just the effect of being stunned. Like, you basically at this point stun locked.
Oh yeah, it's nothing I can do. It's okay.
Um, by the way, banishment.
I just did it again.
Okay, so you passed it.
Yeah, I passed. Yeah.
Okay.
What was I
So you're
about to do?
stunned, which I don't believe ends spells.
No, I think that's you have to be.
You're incapacitated. Stunned
Yeah.
is incapacitated.
I think it's unconscious is the one that ends them. I'm pretty sure it's.
Okay, yeah, I think so. An incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions.
Let me see. I'll check concentration.
I'm actually pretty sure. I think it ends it.
Oh no, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's incapacitated. All right, never mind, guys. You got another skull.
I really wish that they would have add that into like the conditions menu because it is
Yeah.
it's not written anywhere that's easy to see
Yeah.
that incapacitated will end concentration.
Dang. I honestly for all this time I thought it was unconscious. Okay.
Most of the time I thought so too. I just like remembered it because it actually happened in my other game like fairly recently.
Okay, well, never mind, guys. You have to deal another skull because I
I'm
can't do
gonna say
shit.
like at this point as this stun happens, the banishment ends and you just all see another skull appear on the map. Once again.
These guys are fucking me up, yo.
Purple is going to go. Purple is just gonna fire a couple rays. Probably towards Senti and Belric. So Senti, that's only going to be a 16 to hit. And Belric, it's a natural 20.
Oh, unfortunate.
So that's a 25 to hit.
How hurt is Belric?
Not that hurt.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
Does 16 hit Senti? $16 hit. It fired a fire ray at you. Actually, it would also move forward to actually hit. Yeah? Okay. So, Senti, you're going to take 10 points of fire damage. And then Belric, you're going to take a good... 18 points of fire damage.
And is this a spell he's casting?
It is.
Okay, so then me and Senti take half damage.
Yes. So you take 9, and then Senti takes... what did I say for Senti? It was like 8 or something like that, or something? 10? So 5. Not too bad. Then the sphere is going to roll towards Seer. Dex save.
Yes.
Dubebe.
I panicked.
You're good.
It's a 10.
That's a fail. You take 6 halved to 3.
Oh, darn. That's genuine.
That's that. So this one cast Flaming Sphere. Orange is gonna cast Blur. That's its action. That's what it's gonna do. It's gonna stay, on the ground, not really hover up or anything. It's just gonna blur itself as well, because it doesn't want to do another Flaming Sphere. Then, yeah, doesn't even use his last legendary actions, as he's just gonna go into his turn. Okay. Seer,
Yes.
I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
He wants you so bad, yo.
Haha.
As you
23.
you happen to just look over out of the corner of your eye towards Midas, and you see these black voids of eyes, and you almost feel like your whole vision is almost drawn into the black holes, and then you just pull yourself back and are able to resist the effect. That's his action as he uses that ability. Yeah, that's his turn. He's not going to cast any more spells.
They do want me, huh?
He does. He really do. And he's just going to stay there. He gets all his legendary actions back, so we'll see how that goes. Seer.
Okay, first of all, I would like to specify that at the end of when this teleportation circle is finished casting, it will only be
6 seconds.
around for 1 round.
Yep.
Thankfully, you all go after, well, most of you go, like, you can all get in before it closes. But, so can all the monsters. So, that being said, I'm gonna continue casting.
Okay. You have 1 more turn, I believe. Or actually 2?
2.
Yeah. Because this is
2
the
more
4th.
turns.
This is the 4th round. This is the 4th time you've done this.
I will make a dex saving throw. That's a failure.
Yeah, you take 6 halved because of Belric to 3.
3. I'm at 50 hit points.
That's the end of your go. I bet he is just going to hide. I rolled that physically, but that's a 16 plus a 15, so, very high. They've lost sight, and the new one has just came, back into the fray. So I bet he fires at that one with advantage. And immediately, it would have been a normal roll, which would have still hit no matter what, based on that. And that is enough. As Orange summons back into place as the banishment fades. You see Mebehi looks around this weird, large, spiky, ruby-like glass, and just goes over it and just fires a single arrow, just immediately killing it. So
Mebehi pings.
Mebehi takes out Orange. Gamesh, you're stunned. It ends at the very end of your turn. Faradir.
Okay. Just gonna keep making my way further here. Is purple on the ground?
Yes, purple is.
Cool, I can actually hit something.
$18 hits. Yeah, so I will say this. With the first strike of the battle axe, it slams into the skull of this flaming skull creature, and it immediately just explodes into bone and fire, immediately killing it.
Okay, cool. Could I have used that second dice roll for my longbow then?
Sure. Just so
So it
roll
would have been a
roll longbow.
okay.
Instead, yeah, because it's a different plus to it. This is against.
Yeah, I was gonna take the 15 I rolled plus my longbow bonus, but that 3 is also pretty great.
Yeah, who are you firing at?
This thing.
Midas. Okay, yeah, that's gonna miss. That hits.
And that's all I can do.
This is a non-magical attack, correct? This is a non-magical attack, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You fire the singular arrow into Midas's shoulder. It slams in. You see elements of dust seems to go down its body, but it doesn't seem to do any lasting damage.
It's like it doesn't look like it did anything.
Nothing.
Cool.
It doesn't seem like non-magical weapons really affect Midas.
Yeah, I thought as much, but I was hoping.
At the end of your go?
Yep. I bet he gets a magic bow. I need to do the same thing.
This is not good. He's tired of this thing just being able to blur its way through victory. So he's gonna walk up to it, and I don't know if he'd be able to reach. So he's 5 foot, so he'd be able to reach to 20 feet. I don't think that would even hit. Oh damn. Range 10 feet. Damn. His... He does not have the spells needed to do this. God. He's just gonna firebolt. And retreat. Misses. Sorry. So actually, Owen is racked with pain, so it doesn't even go in effect. As the the layer action is still the magic one. So, yeah. Layer action then shifts back to the previous one. So all their eyes glow, and they seem to know exactly where each individual is. Senti. I'd say yeah. Just between you can see kind of through Faradir. Okay. Easy enough to do. 24.
Sheesh.
So, Senti, as you look towards Faradir, who is looking towards this individual Midas, who has currently an arrow in their shoulder, as they're just staring off towards the group of you, you pull another set of stars from your cloak and launch them forward as the negative energy pulls away from you. And it is as this happens, as the negative energy pulls away and the stars shoot forward and go around Faradir, you see the empty husk eyes of Midas slightly grow larger as they pepper into it. You see, with every single star that heads into the form of Midas, you see dust and sand just begin to just come out of the empty husky form of this almost dried individual, peppering through the mantle cloak that is so ostentatious, and it was supposed to, in life, draw power to this individual's presence. You launch these strikes forward, and as the last one goes in, you see it enters the heart of the sandy figure before you. It takes in one last gasping husk breath, and then dissolves into a pile of sand on the floor. Yeah. Technically, initiative is still on due to the last flame skull, but Midas is no more, as Senti has just killed him. Anything else from you, Senti? There's no really good bodies here. Also, these creatures are, undead, so you don't know how good necrotic damage would do against them. Okay. Belric, it is your turn.
Is Green still flying?
Yeah,
How far up is he?
about 30 feet up.
Okay, I want to do something crazy. I want to run towards him and Misty Step 30 feet up to him and try to make 2 attacks against him.
Hell yeah, that works. So,
Would I have disadvantage because he's blurred?
you would. Whew. Yeah, so you run across the chamber, bypassing Seer and going around Olin, getting close enough to then shift and teleport into the air and make a single strike. As you do so, the flame skull is not where it looks like it was, and your first strike misses. But as you bring the Night Song up, you have one last strike to go down on the entity, which 18 hits.
And I'll use a 3rd level Divine Smite on this one.
Okay. It is undead, so. Jesus. Yeah. As you all watch, as Belric just shoots himself into the air as he just misty teleports upwards, the first strike just misses in empty air. And then the second strike, as it goes down, you catch the center of the skull and slash right through it. It explodes into bone and fire as it was. It had 45 health left. And you did, well, way more than 45 damage. You do fall 30 feet. So you do take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
And I think my -3 also applies to this, right?
It does. So you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. As you land on the ground, roll, your armor catches most of it, and you kind of stand up, a little bruised, but the battle is over. The enemies are gone, and the initiative is cleared. So, Seer,
Yes.
do you continue to cast the spell?
I mean, yeah, we gotta get out of here somehow.
Okay,
If I remember correctly, I'm going to Kalos.
you are. The arcane circle lights up. You all turn and see Seer's circle that she has been prepping this entire fight finally activates. What do you do?
I will go through the circle.
Okay.
Yep, I start running.
You all start running towards the circle. Leaping into it. And I believe all of you are able to make it, including Gamesh. And I believe as the circle begins to close, Seer and Behi and Olin and Senti all having gone through it initially, Feridir goes through, the last two, Belric, you run most of the way from where the skull was, barely able to slide into the circle as Gamesh, you watch as Gamesh leaps over the table itself, jumps off like over the chest, does a roll, and then tumbles into the circle as well. All of you making your way out of the Tower of Midas, and you find yourselves once again within Kalos. The teleportation circle that Olin had taken Seer to now stands before you. You all are wounded, but have survived the Tower of Midas. Some treasure having been gained, and a lot of insight. So, as you all find yourselves away from the Tower of Midas and within the city of Kalos, take a breath in and a breath out, realizing the task is done. Allen looks towards all of you, breathing heavily. Thanks, for everything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't find what I wanted, but you'll still get paid. Allow me to go back home and get the rest of the payment ready for all of you. And thanks. I never could have done it on my own. I'm
Is
very
he
grateful.
is he still gonna study the like cursed books we have?
Eventually that's what he wants to do, yes.
Okay.
You can come over to my house whenever you want to get the rest of the payment. But thank you for everything. I'll hopefully see you soon, and I look forward to talking more and eventually coming, to spend some time to investigate the book with all of you. I feel like that would be a worthwhile endeavor, and I could not have asked for any better companions to explore that tower with. Thanks. And he begins to walk off back to his home.
Oh, does he live in Kalos?
He has like an estate within Kalos.
Okay, I wasn't here when he joined the party.
So he was doing investigating with his, he was doing research essentially, and he was able to get a grant within the city of Kalos to, get a home, and get some resources to do some of his study work. He was basically like in a study abroad program.
Yeah, I get it now. Okay, cool. I made a good choice going to Kalos then.
A very good choice.
I didn't even know that.
So I have to calculate how much gold you're going to get. Because it's 500 gold per day.
Oh God. He was desperate.
I mean, it was a dangerous place you were going to. He had to pay top dollar.
Fair.
So was that a mummy we were fighting, or is it like a? I don't think it was a lich.
A mummy lord, maybe?
It wasn't a lich.
If it was a lich, it would have whooped our ass.
You get the sense that the individual you were fighting was once a great and powerful wizard, but something happened to their soul, and they're not quite there. They were more of a almost dried husk of a person with something inhabiting them.
I wonder if this was a curse.
Maybe.
Nah, it doesn't sound right. Couldn't possibly be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how he would have gotten cursed.
Technically, I will say, the character sheet I believe is based off of a mummy lord.
Nice.
But they were a husk of a human. Also, just so you all know, they were at 23 health when they were hit with that last magic.
Oh, wow.
So, if one of those, if they had been a 22, they would have been alive still. That was very close.
Hey guys, I'm gotta hop off. I almost fell asleep out my chair.
Oh no.
I made it past the combat though. That was the main thing I wanted to make sure I was here for. But yeah, I'm exhausted.
You're all good.
Good night.
I'll see you guys next week.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Yep, good night.
Yeah. Sorry for not helping. If I didn't cast teleportation circle, then I would not have been able to later.
Yeah, no, that was very important. That's why I kept like sticking near you this whole time. To make sure you didn't lose concentration before and just tanking.
So I didn't die.
Yeah, that's why I got Death Ward on you.
Oh yeah. I do that fight wasn't too difficult. That person really did not have a lot of health, but the fact that you all had to stick near Seer made it a much longer fight than you normally would have been. Normally, you guys would have, whooped ass, but it was a
Now
very
that
interesting
we're
fight.
back in Carlos, me and Mabe, he should go look for some magic bows.
Go home.
Perhaps. There's a lot you can do within the city of Kalos.
Yeah, I just figured since it's a big city, it might have a place like that we could stop by real quick.
Yeah, I mean, you do remember there was the one magic shop owned by Rune Knight.
Yeah, did he have like normal magic items, or was it just like that list of the giant stuff he had?
I believe he had a small array of normal magic items as well as the giant stuff.
Okay. Or we can, go back to our continent.
We can get magic items in our continent. We know some dealers of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we won't have to pay the out-of-continent tax.
You could go.
Yeah.
You could see
The tourist tax.
You could see Seer's brother. You could see
Oh,
Seer's.
God.
Another
Seer's-
person that Seer knew from Paralight. You could see another person that Seer knew from Paralight.
Or just go to Pale
Or yeah, you can
Like,
go to Paralight.
no,
Yeah, let's go to Pale Light.
No,
Let's take
no,
a
no,
weekend
no,
trip to Pale Light. I've heard
no.
it's really nice.
No, you heard wrong. Oh,
I don't know.
God.
I've seen the brochures. They're outdated by like 20 years, but they look real nice.
Y'all can go without Seer. No, Seer would go with y'all. She wouldn't want you going into that viper's nest without anyone who knows what's happening there.
I mean, it's not still full of demons, right?
It might be. I don't know.
It might be. No one knows
Literally-
the state of Pale Light.
No, literally, that's the thing, though. For the past 5 years, there's been no word out of Pale Light, and only now is Isildur becoming active.
Yeah.
Like,
Pale Light just dropped off the face of the planet.
first for a while there, yeah.
I mean, there was a coup. Like, people have to organize a city after a coup. It's not a quick thing.
Exactly. So, yeah, no, it really is just like no one knows what's going on in Pale Light.
I mean, there's some, survivors of Pale Light.
We should have to ask the king if he knows anything about Pale Light. Be like, hey, you know that city in your kingdom? What's going on
It's
there?
not in his kingdom.
It's in the is
No, Pale Light's its own city-state.
Yeah, it's technically in the
Oh.
valley, but it's on the very edge.
Gotcha.
So it's hard to control a society of mages when you don't have as many mages as them.
That's true.
Yeah, you don't want to like start a magic war when you don't have that many mages as a whole.
You
city.
can't tell a bunch of mages what to do when they can hit you with magic if they don't like it.
Yeah, like straight up, they're just like, yeah, we can fly. What do
Yeah.
you got? Armies? Pff.
We will simply kill them from afar.
Every mage has magic missile at like 9th level.
Also, it's better
Probably.
to have peaceful trade relations with a magic city than to conquer it outright.
Yeah.
It's better.
And now, we'll see how peaceful Pale Light is now.
Mm-hmm.
I am somewhat terrified about the King's party, though.
So, what time of day is it that we have arrived in?
So as you all exit out of the chamber that you are within, that contains the teleportation circle, making your way through the offices and out the front door, it is somewhat later in the day. It's close to like 6 o'clock at night. As you have been traversing the tower for a very long time, I will say, since it's probably one help for Mbehi to have it. Or did she already give it to you? Did you see her to get that spell scroll that was found in the chest?
I don't think so. I don't have a note of it.
I don't see a note on Mbehi's sheet, but I remember it. Mbehi will give you it, because I'm pretty sure she was the one that grabbed it. So she hands you this very nice spell scroll case that she got from the chest. The only one that she was able to look into. The other one was not investigated fully.
Okay. What is it?
Opening it up, I believe it is the 6th level spell. I think Flesh to Stone. Yep. So 6th level spell, Flesh to Stone. Is a spell.
That's a pretty good spell.
It's an interesting one for sure.
Good to know. Good to know. Do we want to like maybe find an inn or something to rest at?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
And then we can like decide whether we're gonna stay on this continent or go to our home continent after that.
Yeah.
Oh, we can also go buy Olin when we're done resting for money.
For wealth.
Yes. All right. Can I try to find like an inn?
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Okay, we'll see how this goes. 23.
23. Looking around, which section of the city do you look in?
Remind me what sections of the city there are?
So the city is essentially split into a few main sections. There's the whole section that contains many of the farms. The second section contains a lot of like poorer to like closer to middle class residential areas, and the third is all middle class and like high up residential and mercantile markets. And then the very center of the city is the Hall of the Giant's Bane, where the political structure of the city is located.
I guess the second? Because like I'm just trying to find a decent inn. It doesn't have to be like the best inn there is. Just one that has like, you know,
4
the
walls,
basics.
a roof, preferably.
Maybe a bath.
Yeah.
Can I get a bath with the 23?
Sure.
It's not a nice bath, though.
Oh, well, at this point, why don't I just cast my tower?
You, searching the city, you find a specific inn located within. You said you were going to the Stein District?
Yeah.
Okay. Exploring the Stein District, you find a massive park located within the center, almost like residential district. The streets all run alongside, and there are paths within and out of the park. The only building that is actually built on the park itself seems to be a large 4-story building. It looks to be at one point as if the giants made some sort of almost church or some of a like religious type structure, but it has thus in the many years since been retrofitted and has become a massive tavern. The place is called the Grateful Lily. It is it has a large, almost like walled, like fenced in, grassy region in the very back of the tavern with a large pond that is able to have people sit, walk at. They do use a lot of the water within a small bath section within the tavern. It's more like when I say tavern, it's not really a tavern. This is most assuredly and basically a hotel essentially. It has like the very nice outdoor garden sections where you can walk and enjoy and sit for a spell. It has a whole like basically indoor pool with a hot tub, type vibe. And then it just like is a 4-story building that goes all the way to the ceiling. They've basically hollowed out the middle of it and just have like a massive chasm looking down the center, and then rooms all along the edges. Within the bottom floor, there is a section across from where the pool and the bathhouse is, and they have a whole tavern set up. But this is the Grateful Lily.
Nice. This is like a fancy hotel.
100%.
I find the best places, guys.
Yeah. Especially within the city of Kalos, it's pretty easy. And just for posterity's sake, and so you would probably be around the like southeast side of the city.
Okay.
That contains a lot more of the parks and stuff. So buying rooms here, this place is a tad more expensive than many other places you've rested at, as it is a 4-story large structure. So there's probably a lot of maintenance costs with that.
How expensive?
You would probably be having to pay a nice 8 silver pieces per person.
Okay. How many people want their own room? I'll just assume Gamesh and Mabehi want their own room.
Is it like one bed per room?
There are many different varieties of rooms you can get. They do have larger group rooms that would contain at least 4 beds.
Like I'd be okay doubling up if someone wants to. Or we could just do individual ones.
Yeah, it does. I'll be paying for it, so it doesn't matter.
Are the rooms with like more than one bed 8 silver? Is it more for those?
It's basically you're going to pay 8 silver per person no matter what.
Okay.
So the rooms that are more
Okay.
expensive, like the rooms that are bigger that can house more people, would technically be the same cost, but you can all fit into one room.
Okay.
6 of us. Alright, so it's 4 gold and 8 silver pieces.
We could probably just do like 3 or 4 rooms.
I've deducted 4 gold and 8 silver pieces for the 6 of us.
Wonderful. So, you all are given rooms within the Grateful Lily and are able to enjoy a nice, comfortable night within the space. If you wanted to get meals within the tavern below, or even drinks, that is easily available to do so. And you do find that this, place is quite busy. It seems like a lot of individuals just come for the tavern itself. It seems like this is one of the more popular spots within this section of the city, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. I would like to get a meal, please.
Okay. Meals would cost you about 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
I will also buy a meal.
But yeah,
Yep, me
you
too.
are treated well. There's a couple items that you can order. Each day it seems to probably shift to whatever they have available and ready. But all of it is fresh, cooked very well, and is actually very nice. There are many different options for people who don't eat meat, or whatever you really want. It is good and comfortable. For drinks, if you want to just spend like 2 silver pieces for drinks for all of you, you all have a good time just sitting down together around a large round table, drinking and eating, and generally, it is an enjoyable experience. And almost immediately, even though many of you are still, bloodied somewhat from the, initial battle, and you have small cuts and scrapes, you begin to forget about the events of today as you just enjoy each other's company within the space. If you want to role play or talk, go ahead.
I mean, Faraday is just pretty worn out. I'll probably try to get to bed as soon as possible. Used up a whole lot of things.
I think if no one talks to her, Seer would be just kind of hanging out in the tavern area, people watching.
Okay. Make a roll a d6 for me, Seer.
Okay.
And make a perception check as well.
Also, Cynthia, I would. It's a 23 somehow. Also, Cynthia, I'll pay you 10 silver for a gold.
As you begin people watching and listening to in on conversations, generally a lot of the people here seem to be more well-off individuals, people who seemingly have come here from far across the kingdom southern. You immediately get the sense a couple people from Stone's Hold and Yarwick and Hollow begin talking about the events of what's going on within the kingdom. And from what you can tell, you get the sense that the city is currently gearing up to, within the next couple of weeks, begin seemingly what seems to be some sort of festival within the city. You get the sense that there is a large old section of arenas within the city, and there is going to be a 2 weeks of games in about a week's time that will pit many different champions against each other. That will, have chariot races and staged mock naval battles within some place called the Giant's Pit. And you just get the sense that that the city is currently gearing up for some sort of festival very soon. And I will say, it probably reminds you of the buzz around the summer festival of Stanton a long time ago.
Is there anyone sitting with me right now? Like anyone from the party?
I don't think Faraday, because Faraday said she would want to, go to sleep as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Belric, would you be still sitting at the tables?
Yeah, I'll probably be close by.
Okay. And I think Senti is still there because she's trying to get food for Chad. Chad, he's a smaller figure, but he's still, he'd probably be a silver piece for Chad. And it'd be good food. Chad would very much enjoy it. It's like, a small section of comfortable, delicious food that Chad would very much enjoy. As he is a larger beetle, and he enjoys his food.
You gotta be careful, or we'll have to put him on a diet. That's a pet joke.
He'll reject the diet.
I mean, so do many pets.
Yep. That's the goal.
You can't give pets too many treats, but that's okay, because Chad rarely gets to eat.
But yeah, so Senti and Belric are still next to you, Seer.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll turn to them and just kind of mention it.
Looks like in about a week there's going to be a big festival going on. I think it's somewhere called the Giant's Pit.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm just mentioning it. Just in passing.
Absolutely no idea.
Well, could be fun. We're always doing like dangerous adventures, so we can have fun once in a while. Or at least non-dangerous fun.
About that, it might still be kind of
Impossible.
dangerous.
We aren't allowed to have fun.
It might still be kind of dangerous. It kind of reminds me of this spring festival I took part in a while back. I don't think either of you were there for that.
Yeah, I don't
But
remember.
we fought. Yeah. I don't remember when the spring festival was, so
It was more of a summer festival. It was like a midsummer fest.
whatever. I'm just wrong about everything. Yeah, I don't know when that was. Like, I don't know who was there for that. Were Senti and Belric there for that?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
That was before we even streamed it. So
Okay, cool.
There's no VODs of that time. That was
My,
when
uh,
I think it was still Asif.
it was George and Asif were still there.
Oh my god.
And
that was
Mabeki-
so
Yeah,
long
I think that
ago.
was the first time I used my first and last time I used the great sword Asif had.
Yeah, and also
yeah.
Mabeki was found in a cage in that town.
Right. This was pre-Mabehi. Almost. I'm sorry. I have no real sense of time, so I
Same.
don't really know when that happened.
Anyways, yeah, no, we had to fight these other groups and monsters. And I'm hearing something about chariot races in this one, so possibly dangerous fun rather than life or death danger.
Yep. Well, we always keep it in mind since we can teleport here at will, really.
Yes. Yes, we can.
And with that, I guess I'll just kind of go to my room. I'll finish up my food and leave.
Okay.
I'll wave back. Seer likes to wave. It's like a staple of her character.
It is, actually.
Yeah, I know. It's the easiest way to greet something without saying anything else other than hi.
Okay. Gotta love waving. Anything else from the people currently still up? Belric or Senti, do you wish to do anything? Okay, easy enough. Belric doesn't take too long. Sorry, Chad doesn't take too long to eat his food. He enjoys it though. With each bite, he like flashes, and his flashes get more and more intense. He's like a little strobe light as he eats. It gets a lot of looks. Yeah. Basically inhales it. Yes. He raves about his food. Yeah. So Belric, anything? Or do you head off to bed as well?
But I'll probably have like one like final drink, then head off to bed.
Okay. Yeah. You sit there. Make a perception check. And then roll a d6 for me. Okay. You spend the last few moments sitting, drinking quietly within the table, just listening and people watching. You do overhear, while there's a lot of buzz about this festival that is occurring fairly soon, you also pick up what seems to be other bits of rumor and essentially gossip. You hear people talking about a string of disappearances within the city. Specifically, you hear about many almost nobles seem to be going missing throughout the city. Most of them seem to be artisans, painters, a few playwrights, people who work in those sort of spaces. And you get the sense that like there's probably a good 3 or 4 that have, in the span of a month or so, have just gone missing, and it's just something that you pick up as this place is probably a very good place to pick up gossip and information about the goings on of the city, and this is something you kind of just overhear. And specifically, you would probably also hear about a lot of people are pointing fingers on what's going on, and you hear a specific name is brought up. You hear House Stormbane brought up a few times, and how one of the family members is a famous painter who has been kind of ostracized by his family, and is making a very almost lofty presence of himself throughout the city. As being rejected by his family, this individual is lashing out, and that is probably just another something you would hear, almost tied to the disappearances and the many artists and artistic folk within the city are talking. But eventually, you finish your drink and 2 head off to bed. And you all take time to rest and relax. The beds are comfortable, the rooms well soundproofed, and you all sleep well, deeply, as you fall into dreams. Some probably dip into somewhat darker aspects, remembering events from the recent goings on. But most of them are comfortable and nice. Seer.
Yeah.
Your dream initially has you walking through almost blurry city streets. People around you, their faces are blurred and are of no importance to you. Your focus almost seems to be on the clack of your feet against the cobblestones. But soon it becomes drawn out. The vision almost clearing. You can see the faces ever so slightly in more perception. They become less blurry. And as it begins to fold out, you almost begin to see the space in front of you turn from black, as if a void is being drawn away from your face, and the space before you begins to unveil itself. You see a large island with 2 main bridges heading into it. Familiar towers and structures dot the landscape as you realize you're staring at the city of Perlite set before you.
Yay.
You look over the city, and it looks as if it's still that same beautiful, pale, beautiful city that you grew up in. Not marred by the experiences that you later on would see it affected by. And you take in the beautiful nature of it. Beautiful, isn't it? You hear a voice off to your left side.
Oh God.
And turn and see the young, handsome face of Yusildor standing next to you. Dressed in fine wizard attire. A large mantle, even finer than when he was a student with you. Almost regal, kingly. It's a shame, he says. It was a beautiful place. And you look and turn back towards the city, and the beautiful blue sky and white cloud dappled sky shifts and is red as the city's burning embers light the sky in a yellow haze. You see towers burning, falling and collapsing, breaking upon the ground. You hear screams in the distance as people are torn into pieces. You see a small group of people running directly in the far distance across this main thoroughfare, moving from one side of the road to the other. You see one fall, and suddenly a strange black void seems to grab them and pull them back from where they first were running from. It is a horrible vision, a terrifying visage of what you've seen before. This is still beautiful, though. I enjoy it. Isildur looks towards you. You catch his gaze in the corner of your eye, seeing the city burning around you. Don't be a stranger. I'll see you soon. Isildur fades from the vision. And you hear a large growl behind you, and turn and see a massive, strange visage of terrifying flesh charge towards you. You take 11 points of psychic damage and wake up in the middle of the night.
Okay, so I don't get a long rest?
No, you do not.
Fuck.
You're dripping and sweating within the space. The terrifying visage and the pure sight of Isildur himself has your heart racing.
Yeah, I'm probably crying too.
You silently begin to cry within the chamber. Are you all in the same room?
Yeah, is anyone rooming with me?
I'm pretty sure.
I think we were doing like a couple of us room together.
Okay. Who would be rooming with Seer then?
Fair dear, why not?
Okay. Fair dear, make a perception check. 8.
Solid roll.
Seer, you silently cry for a good couple hours. Eventually, you lay your head back down on the pillow, but you can't find slumber. The dream
Yeah,
was
definitely not.
too real and terrifying. and you just begin to ruminate, to think back on the events that have transpired. And you just breathe heavily. And that's where we end the session tonight. As most of you get a good, well-deserved rest. Thank you all for playing tonight. It was fun.
Thank you. Oh, this is terrifying. What does he mean? Ah.
Yeah, we should really find him.
Seer doesn't want to is the thing, though.
Yeah, but he can still speak to you in your dreams.
Yeah. And that... Listen. That's better than him speaking to her in real life.
Yeah. Well, he can't technically speak to you in real life.
Well, because I have that divination necklace.
Yeah. It's hard to find you when he can't find you.
And that's how I would like to keep it, but I know it won't be that way for long.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna be so paranoid. Oh, especially because he can disguise himself. Oh no. Seer's paranoia's gone all the way back up to 100.
Yeah.
Every person is a threat now.
Yeah. You had a nice night, you know?
Yeah.
You just had to come in and ruin it. But yeah.
That's what he does.
Yeah. It was a very good session.
It was.
A long combat, but, you know, you survived. You escaped. I was initially worried, but, you know, you did it. I will say, if you had been able to, I don't know, I didn't know if you would heal or not, so I really probably should have used one of his legendary actions earlier, but he can stop all healing within 60 feet of him. That would have, I think, changed the game a little bit if he had used that initially to block all you from healing.
Yeah.
Make it a little bit more intense. But yeah.
I felt very tense throughout that entire thing.
Yeah.
I had a lot to lose.
He tried. He really did.
Just too wise.
Yeah. He just didn't want to get close to anyone because, you know, he's not
Wizards.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to come up at some point.
No. He was staying back. He was waiting for you to come to him. He wanted to have the advantage and draw you all away from each other. I will say, All-In having counterspelled that harm probably saved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best thing that could have happened to
Harm
us.
is like 14d6. It's not good.
Intense.
Yeah. Yeah. That could have really hurt.
Yeah, that's why I put like Death Ward on Seer, because I was worried he's gonna like throw some like massive spell at Seer, trying to just kill her outright.
Yeah.
I was really worried that we wouldn't kill the enemies before my teleportation circle went up, and that they'd kill me after everyone else got through the circle.
Yeah. You honestly, I think 6 turns was like perfect for you all to like just whittle them down enough, and them to like kind of whittle you down. It was like really a battle of attrition because
It really was.
they didn't get close. They didn't want to get close, and you all were trying to just like stay at least within 30 feet of Seer.
Yeah, Seer casting teleportation circle during that fight added a layer of complexity that wasn't there before, at the very least.
Oh, and I will say, for the purposes of this, I believe contagion is still on Gamesh at this point.
Oh God.
So he's still sick and diseased.
Someone cast Greater Restoration.
Yeah, I might be able to fix that with my lay on hands, I think.
I think so, because it is a disease. So
Okay, cool.
yeah, you can cure it. It just lasts for 7 days, technically. So it is a good thing to remember that currently. Also, I will say, like, if you guys had not dealt with the minions, and the teleportation circle went up. If Gamesh had been stunned, there would be no way really for him to get in that portal real quick. Like, you might have just had to leave Gamesh behind, which would have not been good.
I don't think Seer would have left him behind.
Yeah, you probably would have just had to like not go through the portal, which would have wasted.
Yeah.
The spell.
Other people could go through the portal, but if Seer saw that Gamesh still hadn't by the time her turn came around, she wouldn't have gone through.
Yeah. Heroin.
Terrifying.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should probably begin heading out, but thank you all for playing. It was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah,